What's going on, everyone? Today's day 28 of the 90-day challenge. My completely made up challenge that I never came up with a name for, but nonetheless is going really well, and can't believe that it's almost 60 days in from, I guess, the start of deciding that I'm going to start making these videos. Of course, at the beginning was extremely uncomfortable, and now is, less than 10 minutes of my day. So just a huge progression, and I really can't think of a better example for the progress that can be made whenever you just start taking steps every single day. And really, whatever that is, whether that's going to the gym or starting to go into meetups or just trying to meet one new person over Facebook who's in real estate every single day. I've done that, or been in a season of my life where I actually set a goal of doing that when I was getting started. And it's crazy how fast before you're like, wow, everyone I know is in real estate. All my friends are in real estate. And by that I mean, of course, real estate investing. Today, this is the third time I've talked about this in 58 days, and it's by far the most important thing. So that's why I think I like talking about it as much as I do. Now, of course, I'm gonna, preface this with, I do believe that confidence is the most important thing, and without it, you can't do anything. You're never gonna do anything. Period. But there's also recklessness. So there's a difference between being confident in what you know and believing that you've figured out the biggest pitfalls or the biggest gotchas, and being okay with living with worst case scenario if that does happen. And there's a confidence in that, but there's also just being reckless and not doing the research and just diving in. So there is a fine line, but at the end of the day, if you aren't confident with your decision, even if it turns out to be a mistake, you have to firmly believe that whatever this project is, whatever this task that you've given yourself, even if you get into it and it's not exactly what you thought, you have to believe that you're going to be able to figure it out, and without anybody's help, nobody's going to come and save you. You have to believe that you are, without a doubt, going to do whatever it takes when your back's against the wall to get this figured out. I mean, a really good example of that for me was when Ryan and I bought our first mobile home park. We had already kind of talked about that. If it requires us to go up there and sleep in the mobile homes, we're going to do that. And we did, on multiple occasions. But that's just we planned for that. We were prepared for it. But at the same time, it's we believed that even if we bought this property and it wasn't exactly what we thought, and they never are, there's always something that it's that's probably not going to happen. It always does. But, believing that even if that property wouldn't have gone as planned, we would have gone up there every single day after work, driving from Tulsa to Ponca City, wouldn't matter. We had the confidence within ourselves that to make that happen. If that meant we were sleeping in the mobile home 7 nights a week, that's what we were going to do. Luckily, it didn't come to that. But again, having the confidence and believing that it doesn't matter if if we buy this and it doesn't exactly work, we're going to make it work. We're going to will it into working. And I think, confidence is something you build. It's like a muscle. The more you work on it, the more positive affirmations you have every day, the easier it's going to be confident in those situations. But the number one thing that I think helps people be confident is it's really easy to be confident when you have you're surrounded with a bunch of people who are experts in what you're trying to do. It makes it so easy to be confident when you have this this support group of people that have been doing this for years that you can ask questions and kind of get guided by. Now, they're not going to do it for you, but the power of being able to pick up the phone and call someone who's bought a mobile home park before when you're buying your first one, you talk about a confidence boost. There's nothing else can take you from 1 to 10 like that can. So, and again, that's why I say to go to all the meetup groups as much as you can, because if you want to buy a mobile home park, there's people there about mobile home parks. Apartment buildings, same thing. Houses, tons and tons of people. And they're all just a phone call, just a lunch away. So always remember that. But bottom line, if you're not confident in yourself or not confident in making something work, even if it doesn't, because especially your first deal, you're going to feel like you're going in blind regardless how much you know. You might know way more than people actually flipping houses and still just feel like you're going in blind. And, that's natural for doing something for the very first time. So surround yourself with experts and then just be confident you're going to figure it out regardless. Thanks everybody for watching, and day 29 tomorrow.